5 sleeping habits, silently shortening your lifespan and destroying your body. Have you ever felt like your energy is fading faster than it used to? You go to bed at night hoping to feel refreshed in the morning, but instead you wake up tired, stiff, or even more exhausted than the night before. It's frustrating, isn't it? You might be thinking, I slept for 8 hours, isn't that supposed to be enough? But here's something many people don't realize, especially as we get older. It's not just about how long you sleep, it's about how you sleep. After 60, sleep becomes even more critical, not just for energy, but for your heart, your brain, your immune system, and even your longevity. Yes, how you sleep tonight could affect how long and how well you live. The scary part? There are certain habits that seem harmless, maybe even normal, but they quietly damage your body night after night. And the worst part? Most people don't even know they're doing it. So in this video, let's gently uncover 5 of the most common sleeping habits that could be silently shortening your lifespan and wearing down your health. And more importantly, what you can do instead. These aren't extreme changes. They're small, thoughtful adjustments that can make a huge difference. Let's start right at the top with something that's become almost second nature to many people: staying up too late. Now, I know, it's tempting. You find a good show, you scroll a little longer on your phone, or maybe you're just not sleepy yet. But what you may not realize is that your body has its own internal clock. And when you constantly push past it, especially after 60, you start creating chaos inside. You see, your brain depends on darkness and routine to produce melatonin, that natural hormone that helps you fall asleep and heal while you rest. But when you're up late under artificial light, your body gets confused. It delays melatonin production. You fall asleep later. And worse, your sleep becomes lighter, more fragmented, and less healing. For example, take Mrs. Mary, a 67-year-old retired teacher. She used to stay up past midnight watching her favorite dramas. At first, she didn't notice anything unusual, but slowly, she began waking up groggy, forgetful, and easily irritated. Her doctor told her blood pressure had crept up, and her heart rhythm was a little off. All that from late nights. She didn't believe it at first, but when she committed to sleeping before 10:30 each night for just a few weeks, something incredible happened. Her mood lifted, her blood pressure stabilized, and she finally felt rested in the morning. The truth is, the hours before midnight are some of the most restorative for your body. Aim to be in bed by 10 if you can, even earlier if your body asks for it. And about an hour before that, begin winding down. Turn off the screens, dim the lights, and maybe play some soft music or take a warm shower. Your brain needs a signal that it's time to let go. Now let's talk about another habit that sneaks up on people: sleeping too much during the day. I know, naps can feel like a sweet reward, especially after lunch. And a short nap isn't a bad thing at all. In fact, a 20-minute snooze can boost clarity and mood. But here's where things go wrong. When naps stretch too long, 90 minutes, 2 hours or more, your body starts slipping into deeper sleep cycles that should only happen at night. That confuses your internal rhythm and makes it harder to fall asleep when it really counts. Think about Mr. John, 72 years old, who used to nap for almost 2 hours every afternoon. He loved it until he realized he was tossing and turning until 2 a.m. every night. His energy dropped and his memory started slipping. Once he cut his naps to 25 minutes max and moved them to earlier in the afternoon, his nighttime sleep got deeper and his mind became sharper. The key is not to eliminate rest, but to respect your body's natural rhythm. Short naps before 3 p.m. are okay, even beneficial, but long, late naps? They might be stealing your deep sleep and aging your body without you even knowing it. These first 2 habits, staying up too late and over-napping, might seem like opposites, but they have something important in common. They both confuse your body's internal clock. And once that clock is off, everything else starts to fall apart: your heart, your brain, your hormones, even your immune system. But the good news? Your body is incredibly smart. Once you start giving it the right signals, it will start healing. You don't need to be perfect, just consistent. There's something comforting about knowing that some of the most powerful changes we can make for our health don't require pills, machines, or surgeries. Sometimes they just require a little awareness, a bit of patience, and the willingness to try something new. So now that we've looked at how late nights and long naps can chip away at your health, let's gently turn to another habit that many people overlook but can quietly wear your body down night after night. Another habit that many people overlook but can quietly wear your body down night after night is sleeping with the television or lights on. Now I understand. Some of us grew up falling asleep to the soft hum of the TV, or maybe we leave a nightlight on out of habit or comfort. But here's the thing, guys, even when your eyes are closed, your body still senses light. And especially after the age of 60, your body becomes more sensitive to those signals. Light at night doesn't just make it harder to fall asleep, it also interferes with the depth of your sleep. Your brain needs darkness to produce melatonin, the hormone that repairs cells, calms inflammation, and supports your immune system. When there's light in the room, even a faint glow, your melatonin levels drop. Over time, this can raise your risk of heart problems, weight gain, and even cognitive decline. Let's take the story of Ms. Linda, a warm-hearted 70-year-old, who always slept with her television on low volume, saying it helped her not feel lonely. But after a few years, she began experiencing chronic fatigue and unexplained headaches. Her daughter, a nurse, suggested trying 1 week of complete darkness at night. No TV, no blinking lights, no glowing clock faces. By the end of that week, Ms. Lan reported something she hadn't felt in years: real rest. Her headaches faded. Her energy returned, and for the first time in a long time she woke up smiling. If total darkness feels uncomfortable at first, that's okay. Start gently. Turn off the main lights, then dim the room gradually over a few nights. Try blackout. Curtains if streetlights are a problem, and if you truly need some light for safety, consider a soft red nightlight. Red light disrupts sleep the least. As for the TV, set a timer so it turns off after you fall asleep. Or better yet, replace that bedtime screen with something more calming. A soft audiobook, gentle music, or even the sound of rain. Our bodies are wired to rest deeply in darkness. It's how nature intended us to heal. And once you start honoring that rhythm, you may notice fewer aches, brighter mornings, and even clearer thinking. Now let's turn to a sleeping position that might be quietly working against you. Sleeping. Flat on your back, especially without the right support. You might think lying on your back is the most natural or healthiest way to sleep, but for many people over 60, it can actually do more harm than good, especially if you snore, have sleep apnea, or deal with acid reflux. When you lie completely flat, gravity works against you. The soft tissues in your throat can collapse backward, blocking airflow. Your tongue may fall back and interrupt breathing, and stomach acid has an easier time creeping up into your esophagus, causing that awful burning sensation or cough that wakes you in the night. Take Mr. Robert, 68, who was a lifelong back sleeper. He didn't know he had mild sleep apnea, but his wife did. She noticed him gasping in the night, and he often woke up with a dry mouth and foggy head. After a sleep study confirmed the problem, he made one simple change. He added an adjustable wedge pillow that raised his head and upper chest just a few inches. The difference was incredible. He stopped snoring, breathed easier, and felt sharper during the day. So what can you do? If you're a back sleeper, try elevating your head by about 6 to 8 inches. This can reduce snoring, improve breathing, and protect against acid reflux. Or consider sleeping on your left side, which supports digestion and blood flow to the heart. Just make sure your pillow supports your neck without pushing your head too far forward. And don't forget your knees, placing a small pillow under them if you sleep on your back, or between them if you sleep on your side, can ease pressure on your spine and hips. It's about comfort and circulation. A few small adjustments can ease joint pain, prevent nighttime wake-ups, and even support brain health over time. As we get older, it's easy to think poor sleep is just a part of aging. But that's not true. Restful, healing sleep is possible at any age. It just requires a little more care and a little more intention, and that's okay. You've spent decades taking care of others. Now it's time to take care of yourself, starting with the way you sleep. We've talked about the light in your room and the way your body is positioned in bed. But there's one more habit that's especially common among older adults, and it might be the sneakiest one of all: It has to do with what you're doing in the hour before bed. It has to do with what you're doing in the hour before bed. Now think about your own evening routine. Do you sometimes eat a little snack, watch the news, maybe scroll through your phone, or check messages from family? These seem harmless, even comforting. But what most people don't realize is that what you do before bed can either prepare your body for deep healing rest or push it into stress mode without you even knowing it. One of the most damaging habits is using digital screens right before sleep, especially phones and tablets. These devices emit blue light, which is very stimulating to the brain. That blue light tells your brain it's daytime, wake up. And even just 20-30 minutes of scrolling can delay your natural melatonin release by hours. But it's not just the light. It's also what we're taking in. The news, emotional videos, dramatic updates, all of this can activate your nervous system and make your mind restless. You may think you're relaxing, but your body is actually getting ready to defend itself, not to fall asleep. Let's take the example of Mrs. Susan, 74, who loved catching up on Facebook and TikTok before bed. She didn't think much of it until she started waking up at 3 a.m. every night, mind racing and heart beating fast. Her doctor suggested a simple experiment: no screens for 1 hour before bedtime. Instead, she started reading an old novel she loved and sipping warm herbal tea in silence. Within days, her sleep became deeper, her anxiety lessened, and her mornings felt peaceful again. Your brain craves quiet before bed. That doesn't mean boredom. It means calm. Try setting a digital sunset for yourself, a time when the phone goes away and the lights dim. Replace it with something more grounding: a warm bath, soft music, breathing exercises, or simply sitting outside and listening to the evening sounds. These small rituals signal safety to your nervous system. And safety is what allows the body to truly let go and heal during sleep. When we take a step back and look at the bigger picture, it's clear that sleep isn't just about closing your eyes and waking up 8 hours later. It's about how you treat your body before, during, and even after those hours. Because sleep is not a break from health. It's the foundation of it. Let's briefly reflect on what we've discovered together. Staying up too late throws off your body's healing rhythm. Oversleeping during the day steals energy from the night. Sleeping with lights or screens on confuses your brain and blocks recovery. Lying flat on your back without support can worsen breathing and cause pain. And using screens or stimulating your mind right before bed can keep your nervous system on high alert, even when your body is tired. But here's the most beautiful part. Every one of these habits is changeable. Not all at once and not perfectly, but gradually with love and intention. If you're over 60, please remember this. You deserve deep rest. You need deep rest. And with just a few gentle changes, you can get it. You've earned the right to wake up with a clear head, steady heart, and hopeful spirit. And it starts tonight, with one small step in a kinder direction. Don't be discouraged if your sleep hasn't been perfect lately. Most people go years, even decades, without realizing how their sleep habits are affecting them. What matters now is that you know and that you're ready to make a change. That awareness alone is a powerful beginning. So let me ask you, which habit stood out to you the most? Was it staying up too late, the long naps, the screens in bed? I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment and share your experience. Sometimes your story can help someone else realize they're not alone. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We're building a warm, supportive space for people who care about their health and happiness after 60. There's so much more to share with you about energy, memory, digestion, even simple ways to stay independent and joyful as the years go on. And remember, a good night's sleep isn't just about rest. It's about renewal. Your body knows how to heal. All it needs is a little help from you. Here's to living your best life, one peaceful night at a time.